Here we are again for another episode of Nick's Pop Culture Picks. I am Nick, and we are here to talk about Epic Universe. And I've got a big treat for everybody. This is the first time that I have one of my guests come back. I have done Greatest Characters in Pop Culture History. I have done Paranormal Popcast. And of course, I've done these mini bite-sized episodes, Nick's Pop Culture Picks, in between those regular-sized podcasts. And so far, I've had a guest on every different time, but this is the first time I've asked a guest to come back. And that guest is my son, Marcus. Hello, Marcus.
Hi.
So thank you for coming back.
Excited.
I'm excited too. And you know why I'm excited? Because we're going to be talking about an amusement park, Epic Universe, which is part of Universal Studios, which you went to. I went with you and Mom to the, Universal. I've been to Universal many times before you were born. We went there with you and your sister Tori. But now for your birthday, you went to the new expanded universe. So why don't you tell me a little bit about it?
So, Epic Universe is an expansion from the original Universal Studios, I believe, Volcano Bay, and then there's two others, or one other. But this is another park that basically adds 4 or 5 different worlds to the Universal. Now, there are 4 different worlds, in this section of Epic Universe. There's Super Nintendo World, there's Dark Universe, which is like Frankenstein, Dracula, werewolves, mummies. There's Harry Potter. I believe that's based on the Magic Monsters. Is that like that kind of series? And then they have How to Train Your Dragon.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff. They got some good ideas there. So, when you went there, what would you see? 3 days, I think? 4 days?
We went 3 days.
And you were able to see all these new worlds, right?
Yeah, we went the first day to Epic Universe. No, first day to Universal, second day for Epic, third day back to Universal.
Nice. So let's talk a little bit about it in this short bite-sized episode. So there's 4 new worlds, and you already told me beforehand the ranking. So why don't we do in reverse chronological order from your least favorite to your favorite? And you liked all of them. So when I say least favorite, that's, I shouldn't really say that. We could rephrase that. It's like good,
Could be better.
Best, super best, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say good. You told me Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Now, they already had a Harry Potter thing at Universal. So what is new about the new Harry Potter that wasn't in the old Harry Potter?
Obviously, there's different terrains. There's a different ride. There's a show that you could go to. There's interactive elements that you could use a wand to interact with. Mm-hmm. And obviously, there's a show that I wasn't able to go to because the line was long. So that's
what took points off, right? Mm-hmm. For your ranking, because it was, I guess, brand new. So people were lining up to see it. So even though the park wasn't that crowded from what you told me and what Mom told me, you said it was like a lot of waiting.
I believe.
So that surprised me when you told me this, because when we went, we loved the Harry Potter stuff. I thought that was amazing and fun. Diagon Alley, the food, the rides, all the characters. But this one, you said it was just the waiting, right?
Yeah.
You waited for the show and never got to see the show. You waited for the rides and it was a long wait.
I believe the ride had a 4-hour or 5-hour wait.
4-hour, 5-hour wait. That is redonkulous. But what was good about it? Tell me something that was good about it.
Definitely the scenery. And I like the elements that you could interact with. So there's one point I think you could swish and do some movement with the wand to make like a suitcase open or like a fountain shoot out water. But it was like
Nice.
a little thing that like I thought was cool.
Nice. Very cool. All right, so let's jump to the next one. According to how you ranked it, you said a little better, Dark Universe. So this would probably be my favorite because I love the Universal monsters. I love Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, the Mummy, all of them. Where Wolfman. So tell me a little bit about it. What do people expect to see at this Dark Universe portion?
In Dark Universe, basically it's based on Frankenstein and it's based on Dracula and it's based on
Mhm.
all these monsters and creatures. Um and in the middle of it there's a giant castle. I'm
Nice.
guessing it's like Frankenstein's. It's like the same size as Hogwarts in
Wow. Better portion.
Universal,
Yeah.
the regular one.
And
It's
that's
a
pretty big.
Yeah.
So
So
this is
it's like the
nice.
same size, a little smaller.
Okay. And then do they have like shows there too, or just rides, or what do they have?
It's mostly rides and food stands. I don't think there's shows. I think there was only one show in like Harry Potter.
I remember when I was young and I went to Universal, they had some cool shows with the monsters, with Dracula and all that stuff. I loved it. And you went in October, so that's a perfect month because it's Halloween month. So they must do a lot of cool stuff. Do they have like parades or things like that?
No, but during I think when like when the parks is like closing, they would have a fountain like parade kind of
Oh,
where
nice.
they would play music and there would be a bunch of lights and the water chutes would keep like raising and lowering. It was really cool.
Nice. All right. Then you've got How to Train Your Dragon. I love the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I love the cartoons. Even the live action movie that they just made, that was pretty good. So tell me what they did, because I think Universal already had like these kind of dragon roller coasters. Did they take those and turn them into something cool for the How to Train Your Dragon?
Kind of. And since it's new, like you don't really get used to all the parks yet. So
Okay.
even though I'm saying them, I feel like it's still better that like you as a viewer should see the parks
Oh yeah,
with your own eyes for like the real effect. Cause like
that's a
I
good
feel like
point.
words can't describe some of the
That's a good
worlds.
point. That's a good point. But, sometimes what you say might inspire people and might want people to go check it out and see it. But I see what you say. Yeah, it's better for people to experience it themselves at firsthand and get a sense of that. But I love How to Train Your Dragon. So then let's talk about your favorite, Super Nintendo Land, right? So they've got like Super Mario Brothers, right? They got what else they have there?
They have Mario Kart and they have Mario and Donkey Kong, I believe.
Nice. Those are games I played when I was a kid. And now you're going to to amusement parks where they have these characters running around like they're real and rides that make you feel like you're right in the video games. So show me some of the props you wanted to show. You had like a wristband and you had
And
a stuffed animal and some glasses. What else you got over there?
so I basically got this wristband. It comes in like all different varieties or like different characters, but basically you use this wristband and you wear it and you could tap like this sensor like
Mhm.
against an object and it will either make a sound or it makes like a game start or it'll make like something like kind of like the interactive elements in Harry Potter. There's like lots of interactive things you could do in Super Mario.
Does everybody get one of those wristbands when they go,
I
or
think you have to pay for it.
okay,
Now with my knowledge, I believe it's
a
$50.
lot of
So
money, but I hope it adds value to your trip and made you
definitely. It's like a
cool.
souvenir. I believe if you had a Nintendo Switch, this also works as an amiibo, where
What's an
uh,
amiibo?
it's like basically in a digital character that you could like
Ah,
transfer.
nice. Know
So
all these
instead of
things
getting
that
a
I don't know.
figurine, you could just get this.
Very cool. All right, and show me that plushie that you got. Was it Yoshi?
Yeah. I got this from one of the stores, the one of the
Mhm.
gift shops after the Mario Kart game. And
Nice. Nice. Is that what your favorite character from the game?
yeah.
Yeah, and we saw the Mario movie last year, and now there's a new Mario movie coming out. I say Mario. It's really Mario, right? My Bronx accent. We
Uh-huh.
like to mock it a little bit, but that's okay. Some people say Mario. Some people say Mario. It's all right. All right. And then what's the last thing you wanted to show me? The sunglasses, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got these glasses when I was in the park. The sun was shining and I needed sunglasses. So we looked around and maybe 10 feet, 15 feet away, there was a store. And we went in and they had sunglasses, water bottles, bags, ponchos, anything you would need. And the ones I have right here are green with black polka dots. There wasn't really I didn't really pick it just like because it was the best. I just picked it because green's my favorite color.
Mm-hmm. What's Celestial Park? Tell me about that.
Well, Celestial Park is basically the center of all the four worlds. Celestial Park is based on constellations, stars, and anything that's in space. In Celestial Park, there are carousels, there's a roller coaster, there's restaurants, and there's a fountain. Every day right before they close, there's a ginormous, basically a light show slash fountain show that you have to stay and watch.
Nice. Well, I think you give me some good reviews here. You told me there were some great characters walking around. What were some of your favorites that you've seen?
Well, there are only two worlds where there's characters walking around. In Super Nintendo World, there's Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, and in How to Train Your Dragon, there's Toothless, Hiccup, and other characters from the movie. When you see them, you could take pictures with them or just say hi.
And then lastly, you told me about this Frankenstein's Mansion ride. You said it was hilarious. Want to tell me why it was so hilarious?
I thought the ride was funny because the animatronics, when they just like jumped out at you, made me laugh. And the like funniest thing was like when the ride was like turning and twisting. It never put us upside down. It just kind of swung you around, kind of like the Harry Potter ride in Universal Studios.
Well, thank you, Marcus. This has been a really nice little mini episode. You've told me some good stuff here. Anything we left out that people should know about?
Yeah, well, I just thought that like maybe the Harry Potter was like a little overused. Like I still like Harry Potter, but I feel like they could have added something else.
Maybe they could have done other things. Yeah, that's a good point. And if the wait times, I'm sure, weren't that long, you probably would give this an even higher ranking, right? It was those wait times that just kind of knocked you out. You wasted time, and they didn't even have the show. Sometimes you don't even mind if you wait, as long as there's something that you're waiting for. To make you wait and then cancel the show, that's not right. That's well, next time. It's just open, so there's gonna be hiccups. No pun intended for How to Train Your Dragon, right? You got it? Hiccup? You see? You see what I did there? All right. Anyway, this has been our little mini review of Epic Universe. Hopefully, if any of you are in the Orlando area in Florida, you'll check it out. If any of you are planning a trip, it's always fun going to these amusement park rides. Sometimes it's once in a lifetime. So enjoy it. And I think you all will get some good value and good fun, especially if you now listen to my son Marcus and his tips. You know, check out Super Nintendo World. Check out How to Train Your Dragon. Check out Dark Universe. I am a huge fan of those horror movies from Universal. So this has got to be great. So check it out. So until next time, Marcus, maybe you'll be coming back even for a third time. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I hope I'll be back for another episode.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Like, follow, subscribe. What else, Marcus?
Comment and share your other ideas.
Comment and share your other ideas. Anyway, see you next time on Nick's